So let's talk about pride for a minute. We're always told, take pride in your work, right? Like it's this badge of honor or a sign of strength. But what if that's not quite right? What if there's another side to it? Today, we're going to flip that idea on its head and look at pride as something that can actually hold us back, and more importantly, we'll get into a real, practical framework for how to deal with it.
And this quote, this is it. This is the key to everything we're going to talk about. This isn't about beating yourself up or pretending to be humble. No, it's about one thing: clarity. It's about moving our focus away from protecting our ego and onto what actually matters, finding the truth.
All right, so here's the plan. First, we're going to figure out what pride really is. Then we'll get into how to spot it in the wild and 3 solid habits to build. After that, we'll look at a few more intense ways to get some perspective. And we'll wrap it all up by redefining what real strength actually looks like.
Okay, first things first. We need to get one thing straight. Pride is not confidence. They're not even in the same ballpark. See, confidence, that's based in reality. It's based on what you can actually do. But pride, think of it like a funhouse mirror. It bends and twists how you see yourself, and when your view is that warped, it becomes almost impossible to learn anything new or to grow.
And this definition really nails it. Look at the difference here. Pride completely hijacks what's important. It makes us prioritize being right over getting it right. Think about that for a second. Our focus shifts from finding the best answer to just protecting our own ego. And that one little shift, man, that's where so much trouble starts.
Okay, so if pride is this sneaky thing, this distortion, how in the world do you even spot it? I mean, it doesn't exactly wear a name tag, right? Well, the good news is it has tells. Like in poker, there are these super clear signals that pop up letting you know, hey, your ego just grabbed the steering wheel.
Let's see if any of these sound familiar to you. You know that hot, defensive feeling you get when someone challenges your idea? Or that stubborn refusal to ask for help because deep down it feels like admitting you failed? What about that little voice that's always keeping score? And oh, this is a big one. That feeling where saying I messed up is just physically hard to do. Yep, those are the red flags. That's pride talking.
All right, so you spot one, you feel it, that little flash of defensiveness. What do you do? The very first step is so simple, but it's a game changer. You just pause and you say to yourself, this is pride. That's it. You're not fighting it. You're not judging it. You're just naming it.
And why is that so powerful? Because naming it creates a space, a tiny gap, just 2 seconds. But in those 2 seconds, you get your power back. It's the difference between reacting automatically and choosing your response. In that little window, you get to decide, am I going to lash out or am I going to listen?
Okay, so naming it is like emotional first aid. It stops the bleeding. But if you really want to get stronger, you've got to build new habits, right? It's like physical therapy for your ego. So now we're going to get into 3 really specific things you can do every single day to start building that muscle of humility. All right, this is the toolkit. First up, ask more questions. Seriously, instead of jumping in with your opinion, try asking something like, how would you approach this? It instantly flips a switch in your brain from I need to perform to I want to learn. Number 2, give credit to other people out loud, saying, you know what, Sarah's idea is the one that really cracked this, directly fights pride's need to take all the credit. And the last one, practicing these 5 words, I was wrong about that. It can be tough, I know. But every single time you say it, you're teaching your brain that getting to the right answer is way more important than being the one who had it. Now, those daily habits are huge. But let's be honest, sometimes the ego needs a bigger dose of reality, a bit of a shock to the system. So now we're going to talk about a few exercises for intentionally checking your ego. They're not always going to be comfortable, fair warning, but man, are they effective. Check these out. Number 1, go be bad at something. On purpose. Learn guitar, try a new language, get crushed at chess online. There is nothing more humbling than being a total beginner again. Number 2, serve someone else. Volunteer, help a buddy move a couch. When you're totally focused on what someone else needs, it's pretty hard for your ego to be the star of the show. And then there's the third one, the boss level. Actively ask for honest feedback. And this question right here is a killer. Find someone you trust at work, look them in the eye, and ask them this. And then comes the hard part. Your only job is to shut up and listen. That's it. No defending yourself, no excuses, no, well, but just listen. Take it in, and then say thank you. It's like a high-intensity workout for your humility. So let's bring this all together.
The whole point of all this, spotting pride, building these habits, doing these humbling exercises, it's not about making you weaker. It's the exact opposite. It's about building a real kind of strength. It's like swapping out this brittle, fake armor of pride for actual, genuine confidence.
And this comparison just lays it all out, doesn't it? Pride runs on fear. It's terrified of looking weak, of not having the answer, so its whole strategy is to pretend to be perfect. But real confidence, real strength, it's secure enough to admit, yeah, I have limits. It's brave enough to say, I don't know. Or, you know what, I could use some help here.
I want you to think for a second about the people you admire most professionally, the real experts. I'll bet you anything that they are the fastest people in the room to say, I don't know. They don't try to fake it. They just say, that's interesting. I'm not sure. That isn't weakness. That's pure confidence.
So I've got a little challenge for you. A simple experiment you can try. The very next time you're in a meeting or a conversation and someone asks you something you don't know, fight that instinct to bluff. Just try it. Say, you know what? I'm not sure. And then just see what happens. Quick spoiler alert. People are going to trust you more, not less.
So as we close this out, I want to leave you with one final thought to chew on. Think back to those 4 signs we talked about. That defensiveness, the not asking for help, the comparing, the not apologizing. Which one hits a little too close to home for you? Because just knowing your own personal tell, that's the real first step to building a truer and frankly, a much stronger version of yourself.